He'd acquired all the cards direct from the Hasbro factory.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very, very special piece and definitely top of the collection, I would say.
My favourite figure of all time because it's just so ridiculous.
But I've never ever come across a collection, a full run of graded stuff that's all uncirculated. It's just incredible.
All right, hello and welcome to the channel, everyone. This week we have our good friend Ben from the Bunker Star Wars store, as well as Action Plastics. And he is here to tell us about a pretty unbelievable collection that has come into the store for him to sell. It is a complete run of mock TVC 1.0 graded figures. Now, not only are they all graded, but they are mostly graded 90% and uncirculated. So before we get into specifics on this, Ben, and pick out a few key pieces, can you give us a little bit of history about this epic haul and how it came into your possession?
Yeah, well, it's the shop only's been open 2.5 months, but I've had a guy come in who's been a regular, come in with his kid, and he was briefly mentioned the back end of last year that he might be interested in getting rid of his collection because he was moving away, and then it'd been a few times they didn't mention it, and then all of a sudden, like a week and a half ago, I just got an email, just landed. He goes, right, I've got this. Would you be interested? And I was like, hell yes. So, and it was, yeah. So it was, yeah. I just couldn't wait to get round to his house and to just see exactly what I was dealing with. So, because when people say, "Oh, I've got this," and you think a lot of people are over elaborated. Yeah, he wasn't.
No.
So yeah, so he'd acquired all the cards direct from the Hasbro factory. He made a contact many years ago. This is through his job.
Yeah.
And yeah, they got chatting, and then he found out he was a massive Star Wars fan. So he goes, right, I'll buy every card you got. So every single card that he's bought from the TVC one line hasn't even touched the shelves. It's gone cash to the guy at Hasbro, who sent it direct to UKG graded it, and then it's gone straight to him, and it's been stuck in his collection room up until last week.
Wow.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you but it's not just the full run. He's got a few of the specials, also fully graded Lost Line, the SDCC set that's fully graded, along with a batch of TVC2 as well.
Wow.
So
wow.
It's just absolutely incredible.
Okay, I really, really want to get into specifics. I mean, you've sent us some of the most incredible pictures of this collection. I honestly, I was drooling when you sent me these pictures, and I want to get into specifics, and I want to start going through some of these. But you sent us some stats that I'm just going to read out for this collection, and it's mind blowing. There's a complete run, as Adam said, of TVC 1.0, and they're all graded. Most of them are graded uncirculated, I think I'm right in saying, including the exclusives you mentioned from San Diego Comic-Con. There's different card variants in there as well. And the grades themselves, there's 5 graded at U85. There's 111 graded at U90, and there are 39 graded at U95. So yes, all of them are U graded, which is just spectacular. And not only that, you also have a selection of U graded TVC 2.0 as well. You don't have the full run, obviously, but I think you said you had 32 of those. Yeah. So this is quite the collection that you've got your hands on here in order to move on. It's quite incredible. And as a TVC collector, I'm going to be calling my bank manager in the morning.
Should we take a look at some of the images and just talk through them a little bit?
Yeah. So we'll kick off with this one, and I think everybody who's a TVC collector knows what this is. I don't know if you want to talk about it, Ben.
Yeah. So when I actually went round to his house, I said to him, I said, "Do you know what your Yoda is?" And he looked at me, sort of gone out. So even though like he loved his collection, he didn't really sort of know sort of the ins and out and the rarities of certain cards. I pulled out, had a look at it. I was like, and he goes, "What?" I goes, "Oh, I'll tell you when I get home." So yeah, so I gave him once I documented everything. I wrote all the grades down, and then when I was speaking to him, and I was going through exactly the grades he's got, the cards he's got. He said he was blown away. So it's the funny thing is as well. He's got multiples of some cards, but to have one Yoda and the Yoda, I think is just quite unbelievable. So it's also the first time I've ever had this card in my hand. So it's an absolute pleasure to have it U90 as well. It's
I can't be sure, but I think I've never seen one. I've seen one graded quite a few times, but I've never seen a U graded Canadian Yoda. And these things are the holy grail of the vintage collection.
For anyone who's not like au fait with this, do you want to just sort of give a bit of a history of the Canadian Yoda, Martin? Because it's a special piece, but some people might not really know why.
Yeah, well, essentially, originally Hasbro were going to release the Yoda from The Empire Strikes Back, so they had the Empire Strikes Back card back all prepared. But then they changed the wave, I think it was, and it was going to be Revenge of the Sith wave. So they changed it to the Revenge of the Sith Yoda, which comes with the sort of electric. You see it just underneath in there. He like catches the Sith lightning. But Canada didn't get the memo, so their factory produced, as I say, a few hundred of these on the wrong card image with the Return of the Jedi logo. So not only is it the wrong image, it's the wrong film title as well. So there's two errors there. Now, when they realised this, they quickly corrected it. But as I say, I've only ever seen, say, 10 of these. So I've only ever seen one in the wild. And it's a very, very rare piece to get hold of. It's even rarer to see them unpunched. Now, I do have an unpunched one myself, but I don't think it's in anywhere near as good condition as this one, and it's certainly not uncirculated. So, yeah, I mean, this is a very, very special piece and definitely top of the collection, I would say. I could sit here and talk about this one for about 25 minutes, but we'll move on because we've got even more. So we've got this one. Jar Jar Binks in carbonite, which came with the San Diego Comic-Con carbonite exclusive set. Ben?
My favourite figure of all time because it's just so ridiculous. Brilliant. It was like this card and card back is like going back to the 80s, wacky. This Sigma lines where you have C-3PO in a turret, making music. And this is just, it's just bonkers. Brilliant. I think I'm probably going to buy this one myself, actually. I will be selling the collection, but it's on commission. So, but out of all the cards, I've always wanted my old carbonite Jar Jar. So I've managed to get him. I picked them up loose recently, but I wanted the carded one. So this is probably almost the perfect opportunity. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, yes.
Yeah, it's another Grail piece. You do see him around a lot more. I think Adam and I have seen him a few times at toy fairs, but again, very rarely graded. To be honest with you, I've seen one or two graded, but again, not uncirculated. So the guy must have sent obviously the entire San Diego Comic-Con box set into the graders to be graded in order to get the U grade. So wow, amazing piece.
Yeah. How much do you think one like this would go for? Have you got any idea
yet? Christ, I'm thinking probably around maybe 750 mark. Potentially, It's like because the box sets themselves were at one point probably a couple of years ago and going for about a grand, but they've
Yeah.
dropped now. A card like this on its own was going for about, because they mostly turn up in America, they were going for about maybe $500-600 now graded rate. So the main problem I've got with this collection is with the pricing of it, because there's so much, there's so many examples. Probably some of the best examples are going to hit the market. So I've basically got nothing to go off. So I think I'm just going to set a minimum price and maybe entice offers and go from there. But there'll be maybe a guideline pricing. So, it's going to be difficult, and it's going to take many an hour to do. But, that we need to sell them. So, I don't want to be, we don't want to be too stupid, but we need to get sort of a fair market value for them.
Let's move on to this one. Another absolute stunner. The mouse droid, obviously that part of the San Diego Comic-Con set that came out in 2011. Wow. I mean, U90 again. This one has never been re-released, unlike the Salacious, which came out again recently last year with the Jabba set, it was on a Return of the Jedi card. This is another really, really sought after figure, and it goes for quite a lot of money. But, I don't think I've ever seen one U graded, because who sent in that San Diego Comic-Con set?
Yeah.
And sent it in, to be graded. I mean, wow. I'm going to flick through a few quickly. So we've obviously got Salacious Crumb there. Again, that's a U90. And there we've got both of them together. Absolutely stunning.
That would look so good in the collection.
It would do, wouldn't it? I mean, I love grading, but when you see them actually in acrylic, it reminds you why they're so nice. But the next one I'm really, really like, because it's a card variant. It is the Canadian Revenge of the Jedi Princess Leia, with no paperwork in the bubble. And this is U95 and obviously unpunched as well. Absolutely beautiful looking figure. Adam and I have had many a conversation, and this is one of our favourite card backs. What do you think of this one, Ben?
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
It's just no other words for it. I mean, to have all these pieces in just the one collection, just sat in a guy's collection room, it's unbelievable. So, and I'm more of a vintage dealer than I'm modern, but it's the best thing about it is that he didn't, at the end of the day, he didn't know what he had.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, he didn't really care, because he just loves it.
Yeah.
So when I was telling him, he was over the moon. So he's going to be watching this, very happy indeed.
Yeah. I've got some more here that you sent the pictures of. And now this is, I just asked you to pick out some random ones, and you picked out some VC08s here, a VC93 and VC115. So you've got a selection of Darth Vaders there, all unpunched. I think they're all U90s. I'm not 100% sure.
I think let me just check, because I've got the list in front of me. I know one of them's a 95. And it was the ESB Vader.
Yeah.
So he's U95. The rest are all U90s.
And I think the nice thing about some of your earlier TVC figures, as you probably know, is, and Adam and I have talked about this before, is the early ones, they weren't, it was very difficult to find them unpunched. But you've got, VC08, Vader, Empire and Jedi there, both unpunched. I know the Empire one came out first, but you've got a couple of others, which I've completely blanking right now, but you've got a few of the early TVC graded without being punched as well. So that's something quite rare to find. So again, you've got some really, really great pieces here. And then if we move on to the foil Ultimate Galactic Hunt Chase variant cards, you've got all of those, obviously. And what a nice little mini collection this would be, having all of these graded.
The foils,
they're absolutely great. What do you think of these ones, Ben?
I think visually they're absolutely stunning as well. So And I think obviously if you're a TVC collector, these cards can be picked up sometimes on eBay, fairly regularly and easy and cheaper through mislistings as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've picked a few up, but yeah, these especially when they look great with the grading as well.
They look absolutely stunning. I'm just very, very thankful that I've already got them. And then another little selection you put out here for us here is the Boba Fett selection that you've got here. Again, a nice little mini Boba Fett collection going on. I know you're not the biggest Boba Fett fan.
What makes you say that?
I've got no idea. It's just an impression I get. I don't know where I got it from. But yeah, these look stunning. I mean, I'm probably boring everybody now because I just keep going stunning, amazing, great. Stunning. Yeah, it looks absolutely brilliant. But it's true. This I mean, I'm not the biggest expert in the world when it comes to this stuff. I know a bit about a bit, but I've never ever come across a collection, a full run of graded stuff that's all uncirculated before. It's just incredible. And then we've got Jocasta New here, which she came, was it Brian's Toys? I think it came with a box set from Brian's Toys, and you got a little Count Dooku's bust that came with the pack.
Have you noticed the proof cards are creeping up as well?
Oh,
yeah,
really?
So yeah. So it was only about past maybe a year or so that they've crept up. I mean, I'm talking massive amounts, but they're getting there. The slave layer proof now. I mean, that's regularly going for like $100 over in the USA.
Yeah.
So, so if you see any, snaffle them up.
Well, funny you mention that. Adam and I have both actually picked up a few recently, haven't we, Adam?
Proof cards, yeah.
And then I asked you to send us some pictures of some, oddballs. So yeah, we've got Oddball here. Again, he's not the easiest to come by. I don't see him very often about. And when you do, I think you said I messaged you the other day and said, "Oh, there's only one Oddball for sale on eBay at the moment," and you said, "Oh, I've got one in the shop." So they are obviously about, but and then this one I included because I don't know about you, but I might know somebody who might be interested in this one.
Ben, that's the only TVC card, or the only TVC R2D2 that I don't have.
I think
in fact, it's one of
that's
very
about
few.
650 quid, I think.
650.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bargain, Adam.
Can I pay monthly or?
Oh, brilliant! But yeah, it's another beauty, isn't it? And that's the return card. It's not it's the return card. So of course you'll have this in revenge for you as well.
Yeah.
So that one will be a bit more expensive. So you could get both. He might give you a deal, Adam.
Yeah. Okay.
Just check the revenge. That's at U90 as well. So.
Oh wow. Yeah. But so that's kind. I mean, we could go through all 119 of them, but we can't because we'll be here all night. So, Adam, do you want to?
If
people are interested, Ben, how do they get in touch with you?
Oh yeah, the best way would be to email. So jump onto the website, which is www.starwarsbunker.co.uk, and just email me. And then once the price list is done, I can send it out to you. We can go from there. I mean, a lot of people reading this will probably message me on Facebook or send me a message personally or WhatsApp me, which is all right. But if you want a guaranteed response, it will be email because I'm, like I say, I think I'm about to get bombarded. So it might, and it also as well because with it being Wednesday night now, I've got Echo, and the next week it's going to be really, really busy on the run up. So I'm going to try and manage it as best I can, or just come down to the shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you'll have first pickings.
Do you think you'll take any of these with you to Echo, Ben?
Yes, and I'm not sure if I can take the full run simply due to Simply due to space. I mean, like the amount of space these take up is absolutely ridiculous. And also, as well, there's like, I don't want to be like transporting too many times, because I don't want to like any damage. So it just depends. If people are watching this and they want a particular one and they want to have a look at it, I can certainly bring it. I'm definitely going to bring a large portion. So
awesome,
nice.
So I've just got it. But the priority is to get it priced up and then decide. So, but yeah, there's going to be, I'd say, at least half of it there, because I've got to think of table space and stuff like that. I already, to let people know kind of how it works at Echo. So I usually have 4 tables. So I pre-planned everything. And all of a sudden, I've had this collection walk through the door, so I've had to shuffle things around. Echo, now I can't get another table at Echo because they sell out within 24 hours. So I'm confined to the space I've got. So that's the issue. But I have dropped some stuff of my own to accommodate this. There'll be the big hitters will be there definitely, and I'll bring a good portion. But we're just going to have to see. So
yeah. And of course, Action Plastics will be there as well, won't it?
So. Oh yes, and we've got new stands coming out. So we'll unveiling a new stand next week. So
nice. Yeah. Just quickly before you go, you've also picked up another big haul of something, and we won't go into it now, but maybe on a future episode, if we have time, we'll get you back to talk about that. And do you want to let us know about that?
Oh yeah, well it's from the same source as well. This time it's Hot Toys. There's, at the moment, I'm currently counting, there is 54 in my possession. Wow. And all of them they definitely will be at Echo, because they're all priced up and they're ready to go. The vast majority of them are unused or sealed. The vast majority are sealed. I've got a fair few unused, and I've probably got 8 or 9 which are used. I've still got more to come, including the Jabba, which I've currently got. I've got half of it in my shop. I've got to pick up the spare parts later this week, and it just looks incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they're priced up in the shop, ready to go. I've already sold a couple of them, so I don't expect them to hang around long.
No.
All, so.
No. Well, just make sure you bring the R2D2 with you, because Adam will come and see you when we go to Echo.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in and showing us all that, Ben. That was pretty epic stuff. I can't wait to actually see it all. Everyone go follow Ben on Instagram. It's Bunker Star Wars Toy Shop. We'll put all of the links in the description below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this one. We'll catch you next time. We'll see you later.
Bye.
See you later, guys.